And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another review, continuing my coverage of Dark Cybertron. This is the Transformers crossover going in between More Than Meets the Eye and Robots in Disguise. This is Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, number 27. It is part 10 of 12 of the Dark Cybertron story. So we only have 2 more issues after this. It'll be Robots in Disguise next week, and then the final Dark Cybertron issue number 2 will wrap it up. This issue, of course, written by James Roberts and John Barber, art by ALEX MILNE, or Milne, however you pronounce that, Brendan Cahill and LIVIO Ramondelli. This issue for me was probably the least interesting issue of this entire crossover that I have read, and I've read all 10 parts plus the preludes, and I've enjoyed the story immensely. Overall, it's been a great story. You know, I've thoroughly enjoyed, for the most part, the art. There were a few little, a couple issues that it wasn't quite up to par. And, you know, the character interactions, the various subplots going throughout the crossover with the various teams involved. But this issue was kind of very, I don't want to call it boring, but it was borderline boring. It was a lot of sitting around talking. Some of the jokes and the in-jokes were a little bit forced in this particular issue. Basically what you had here in this issue was all the Transformers gathering together, kind of celebrating their minor victory of defeating the Necro Titan. And there's this little joke where one's calling it, well, no, I call it the Negro Titan. Well, you're stupid. You know, that kind of thing. See what I'm talking about? Forced jokes. And, you know, it was just this whole conglomerate. You had Decepticons and Autobots together in a bar singing, which was cool. That was funny. Together in a bar singing. Optimus Prime has shed his name of Orion Pax once more and taken on that Optimus Prime name, but he's still stuck in the dead universe. We don't know how him and Cyclonus and Rodimus are going to get back. You have this altercation with Prowl, who's being called out by Ultra Magnus. You have Starscream, you know, kind of laying in the scoop, and then all of a sudden Metal Hawk and his goons show up, and then there's this little side thing there. You have Megatron trying to relate to both Ratchet and Bumblebee, and just trying to be a nice guy, and they're not buying it. And all the while you have Shockwave with this major mega plan to destroy the universe or whatever. And I don't know, it just, like I said, it was a lot of talking heads. Not much happened at all except for that little altercation with Prowl. You know, a lot of reminiscing, a lot of coming together, and just, I don't know, it didn't do it for me, this issue. I was really kind of disappointed about this issue until the very end. The last page, which I'm not going to give away, was pretty impactful for the overall story and what's to come. This was kind of, and it kind of made this issue make sense why it was so slowed down, and why it was this celebratory gathering and coming together and just talking and singing, you know, kumbaya, let's be friends kind of issue. It made sense by the end, because this was the lull before the storm, the calm before the storm. Next issue, everything's going to blow up, and it's going to be battle left and right. So, you know, that I appreciate. I understand why they did it this way, but at the same time, as a reader, issue just didn't quite do it for me. So, you know, whatever. Overall, like I said, great story. One issue that just doesn't quite do it. There was another issue that was not great, and I think I gave it like a 3.5. I may even give it a 3. But even with this being kind of boring, I'm still giving it a 3. 3 out of 5 for this issue. I have a feeling that overall, depending on what the payoff of the event is, I have a feeling overall the event's going to be like a 4.5 for me. So yeah, just one little minor hiccup in this, but it's kind of funny because this particular series, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, started off being the stronger series in the crossover for me, and slowly but surely it kind of started waning in the other series. Robots in Disguise started being the better one. So I don't know what the deal is there, because it's the same two writers on every single issue of both. They're kind of teaming up. They are the two main writers of the series. So anyway, 3 out of 5 for Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, number 27, part 10 of 12 of Dark Cybertron. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the issue if you are reading this. I'd love to hear your feedback and what you thought about the review. So check out all the other reviews and all the other content right here on Comic Frontline. Updating almost daily. Comic reviews, TV reviews, movie reviews, toy reviews, unboxings, blind bags, hauls, media madness, all kinds of stuff. Frontline news, live shows, anything you could think of, and we got so much more stuff even that hasn't even come, we haven't even announced or talked about publicly, in the works, so be on the lookout for that as well. Check out comicrelated.com and comicfrontline.com, both your number one source for all your comic news, reviews, podcasts, webcomics, columns, and so much more, updating every single day. Both sites do. And listen to the Zone 4 podcast each and every Friday right here on Comic Frontline, as well as various other places, including iTunes and Stitcher. And Hall of Toys each and every month as well. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.